Raiders Blue Gate is packed with hidden puzzles and secret loot stashes, but between roaming players, unpredictable enemies, and chaotic fights, things can get spicy and fast. My name is Codiak, this is Legacy Gaming, and today we're breaking down major secrets above and below ground in the hunt for weapons, blueprints, and epic loot. Far in the southeast part of the Blue Gate map lies the Ancient Fort, currently one of the most popular secrets to solve, and for good reason, because underneath the fort is a treasure room that's filled with loot just waiting to be found. In order to unlock the storm door that leads you to the cellar, you need to find 3 batteries and return them to 3 power receptacles placed around the fort. The first receptacle is on the outside of the fort against the back wall. The second is inside the fort and up the stairs on the outside of the tower. The third is just a bit further up inside the base of the tower. You can place the batteries into the receptacles in any order, just be aware that while you're holding a battery, you'll walk much slower. To find the batteries, you'll need to search the various rune towers dotted around the fort. You can clearly see them on the map, which is helpful because the batteries don't always spawn at the same location. They can appear on pallets in any of those towers or the smaller surrounding ruins. The key here is to move quickly. Because the batteries slow you down, you're a walking target for anyone also looking to complete this challenge. You can of course attempt to team up with other players, but as always that means sharing the loot. Either way, with all 3 batteries in place, the storm door to the cellar will open up. Head down the ladder and enjoy your hard-earned spoils. On the far west side of Blue Gate is a small point of interest called Raiders Refuge. This old church is home to another one of the map's secrets, and if you've got a little persistence, you could walk away with some valuable loot. In and around Raiders Refuge, you're looking for 4 buttons. These spawn in over a dozen different places, and those locations rotate every time you enter into a new round. The thing to keep in mind about these buttons is that they're not placed in obvious locations. Oftentimes, they'll be between floorboards or behind piles of scrap. You really need to observe your surroundings and keep an eye out for any interactive reticles that could indicate you found a button. This extends beyond the main building as well, so make sure you're checking the auxiliary structures around the church, as those same interactable buttons can spawn there as well. As a reminder, these will rotate each time you load into Blue Gate, so you'll have to look with fresh eyes every time. Once you find the 4 buttons, the cellar doors will swing open and you can head to the basement and claim your loot. There is a security locker down there, so if you have the security breach skill at the end of the survival tree, you'll get even more loot. Blue Gate features 2 husks of massive arc enemies no longer operational, but that doesn't mean they're not useful to us. You'll find these massive husks on both the far east and far west sides of the map, and the secret is the same for both. You'll want to locate the sparking panel inside the main body. There you'll see you can interact with the panel for the cost of 1 arc power cell. Doing so will trigger a fire trap that you'll need to avoid. Head further into the arc husk, and on the back wall, after dodging the fire, you'll see a second panel. Insert a second arc power cell and you'll be able to reach our destination. In both instances, you'll need to head back outside and reach the elevated surface that will let you reach a newly accessible higher portion of the husk. Reach that, avoid the fire once again, and at the end you'll find another interactable, this time deactivating the fire and giving you access to the arc's loot. I won't lie, you're not going to be blown away by what you receive here, but it is a quick and easy way to pick up some premium arc enemy parts like motion cores and arc circuitry, which you can never have enough of. Again, there are 2 of these on the map, and given that the cost is so low, it's relatively easy to do in the flow of a raid. Blue Gate isn't just about secrets above ground. In fact, there are a number of interesting things to discover below the surface of the map. For this secret, we're heading to Reinforced Reception, which is located in the north. We're going to enter into this bunker here, but be careful as there is almost always a Rocketeer patrolling in this area, alongside a Leaper that will sometimes wander this direction. Head inside and take the left zip line down to the very bottom. Head through the open doors and you'll enter into the security wing. Almost immediately, you'll notice a red and blue line painted on the floor. If you see that, you're in the right spot. Interact with the console in the middle of the room, and after a few seconds, the monitor will flash either red, blue, or yellow. At this point, all you need to do is follow the line corresponding to the color of the monitor. If it's red, follow the red line. If it's blue, follow the blue line. And if it's yellow, follow the yellow spray-painted arrows until you reach your destination. At the end will be a receptacle that will loudly announce your presence, which you can then loot for a handful of useful items. We haven't been wowed by these rewards, but considering how easy it is to complete this secret, it's it's well worth doing every time. Inside the security wing on Blue Gate is a security locker room. This massive room is guarded by a rolling gate, and until you restore power to it, you'll be stuck on the outside looking in. To get to this location, we'll need to head to Reinforced Reception, which is in the northern part of Blue Gate. We're going to enter into this bunker here, but be careful as there is almost always a Rocketeer patrolling in this area, alongside a Leaper that will sometimes wander this direction. Head inside and take the zip line down to the very bottom. Head through the open doors and you'll enter into the security wing. To reach the gate, you'll want to follow the blue line on the ground until you reach a long hallway. About halfway down the hallway, you'll find the locked gate and battery receptacle. Head back towards the start of the security wing and look for the batteries. There are multiple spawn locations, but 3 seem to pop up more than the rest. The first is under the staircase to the left of the L and the R spray-painted directions on the concrete wall. The second is up the stairs and to the right of the doorway. The final location is back down the stairs. Follow the blue line, but once you pass through the doorway, turn left into a smaller locker room. These areas are all within a few seconds of each other and not the only spawn location, so just sweep the area and you'll find the 3 batteries. Keep in mind that while carrying a battery, you will move slowly, which does expose you if enemy raiders are lurking nearby. Once you place the 3 batteries in the receptacle, the security door will open up and you'll have access to a massive loot room. This might be the best location on the map for the most amount of loot, but as always, what you walk away with is up to the RNG gods. Blue Gate is full of secrets, and to find this next one, you'll want to head to the warehouse complex. Unfortunately, it's not as straightforward as you might think. So we're going to start above ground, just west of our ultimate destination. Head into this concrete building and take the zip line all the way to the bottom. Once you reach the bottom, enter the tunnel and follow the red lights. At the end of the hallway, make a sharp left turn into a locker room. Take the zip line in this room up into a new room and you'll find a computer terminal. Interact with it and it'll flash either red, blue, or yellow. Now, regardless of the color, you'll need to take the zip line directly in front of you back down to the bottom and then follow these spray-painted signs on the wall. Red is in one direction while blue and yellow are in the other, so be sure to follow the signs closely so you end up in the right place. Once you reach your destination, a loud alert will sound your arrival, and you'll be able to interact with the receptacle, which will reward you with a small handful of loot. Rewards will vary, but given how easy it is to complete this secret, it's worth doing if you're in the area. So there you have it, major secrets on the Blue Gate map and how to complete them. As always, if you appreciate the work that goes into making these guides, do me a solid, hit that thumbs up, and consider subscribing. We'll have more Arc Raiders content in your feed soon, so keep it right here and never miss a thing. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.